Hi friends! Today I'll be sketching the Hagstone Witch, the last of my Witchtober series. And I'll talk a little bit about this challenge and challenges in general. Let's start. I followed my own list. In the past I've tried other people's lists and I might get back to that in the future. But for most of the time my head explodes with ideas, so I don't feel like I need anybody's input. Of course, there's a whole different challenge to it when you decide to let someone else tell you what to draw, and that's a perfectly valid goal to aim for. But for now, this was not the thing I wanted to do. My focus was on the drawing process itself, without having to spend too much time on the creative process of character design. So I came up with my own list. The reason is, I wanted to take it easy. It often shows when I don't enjoy the process, but besides that, this year's been pretty stressful as is, and there's really no need to add any more stress to it. It's a nice break from my regular work. I often neglect sketching and drawing on paper, and I end up in front of the computer all day. But especially when working creatively, you need to break out of that sometimes and challenge your routines. So some days during this past month, my computer didn't even get turned on at all. I spent the time drawing, sketching, and doing all kinds of creative things that don't require a machine to run all the time. And it's really freeing and enlightening. And besides all this, I get some practice with my ink pens. The question is, why not? I love witches. Simple. It all starts with the prompt list, basically. I usually think of things I associate with something familiar or positive. And take the Hagstone Witch, for example. I love the sea and I miss it dearly right now as I can't really travel there. So I came up with hagstones that can be found at the beach. And at the point of creating a list, I often have an initial idea already. From there, it's really just a small step to the final character. This doesn't mean all first ideas are good ones though. The design for the Mushroom Witch, for example, I changed around quite a bit before I came up with the final one. It can take some time. The medium itself is a challenge already. I can't just press the undo button as I do on my computer. I'm also terrible at drawing straight lines, and you'll see this in this video. It takes some bravery to do something you're not used to regardless, and risk messing up the whole piece. I've never really done shading with ink before this challenge, but the drawings look so flat and boring without it, I decided to go ahead and try it. The important part is that challenge doesn't mean you need to stress yourself out over it. I took the time I needed and made sure to enjoy the whole process as some kind of exploration of the medium. Nobody needs to be perfect at the first few tries, or the first 100 tries. That good art takes some time. and that the idea is the most important thing for me to get started. The more specific the character or setting is that I have in mind, the easier it is for me to come up with a good result. That is also a reason why I don't enjoy daily challenges. Sometimes an idea takes a day or two to manifest. I might be slow, but that's alright. Interestingly, this challenge also taught me a few things about filming myself. What equipment to use, what camera angles are good or not, these things. So this is something completely unrelated to the actual goal, and nothing I had anticipated or even thought about. But you always learn something, even those times you fail terribly. I'm generally not a big fan of rules. Let's say I created a framework for this challenge. I said I was going to upload one ink drawing each Saturday in October, which made for 5 drawings. But I also tried to keep in mind that these are my own rules and no divine punishment will follow if I broke them. It's not bad if you can't keep up with the pace you set yourself. Sometimes life happens. Especially this year was so unpredictable and heavy, I almost burned myself out. What if a drawing comes a day late? Life goes on. The challenge was set for me, by me, and I owed nothing to anyone else than myself. The framework gave me something to work with, like how many prompts I needed and when to get started with the preparation process. Funnily enough, this is the first October challenge that I actually managed to do 100%. I've never managed that before. I created the prompt list way in advance. I think about 1.5 months before October even started. This gave me lots of time to do initial sketches and refine the designs. Some people consider it cheating the challenge when you prepare like this, but as with most rules in art, I think it's pretty arbitrary. The results compared to my past October challenges speak for themselves. I wanted to create something I enjoy and that brings me and others happiness, and I think I succeeded. I think for this year I'm fine. Christmas will be a whole new challenge in itself. I will definitely do more challenges in the future, but I feel like I want to try something new. I've been doing the ink drawing challenges since 2017 now, and most of them were witch themed. And it's time for a change. Maybe watercolor or tiny acrylic paintings, I don't know. Flowers, insects, nature deities. There are so many things I would like to try, and I feel like, for now at least, I'm done with this chapter of ink witches. And that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this little Q&A interesting. And if you have any other questions I didn't answer in this one, please leave a comment below and I will write them down to be answered in another video, or just answer them directly. Also, many thanks to my patrons who support me so wholeheartedly. Please share this video, like and subscribe, and leave a comment. Until next time.